Ah, BMW. You hear those three letters and you immediately think of luxury, performance, and what the company itself calls sheer driving pleasure. But the story of this German giant is really a masterclass in survival and reinvention, full of these incredible pivots that took it from the sky to the racetrack to the roads we drive on today. So let's dig in and see how the ultimate driving machine was really built.
Okay, so we've all heard that slogan, right? The ultimate driving machine. But what does that actually mean? To really get it, to understand the BMW of today, we have to go way back to the very beginning. And trust me, the answer isn't on a road at all.
Yep, you heard that right. Before there was ever a BMW car, their incredible engineering marvels were way up in the sky. And this origin story is the first huge clue to unlocking the company's DNA. It has always been about one thing: a relentless focus on high performance.
All right, so this brings us to the first huge pivot in BMW's history. And this was a reinvention that wasn't born from some grand ambition. It was born from pure, absolute necessity.
So when BMW started back in 1916, they had one job and one job only: build exceptional aircraft engines. And they were good at it. I mean, really good. During World War I, their BMW 3A engine was legendary for its power and reliability way up at high altitudes, giving pilots a serious edge. At its heart, this was an aviation powerhouse, not a car company.
But then history threw them a massive curveball. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 basically said, hey Germany, you're not allowed to build aircraft engines anymore. And just like that, BMW's entire business was grounded, practically overnight. So what do you do when your main product is suddenly illegal? You pivot, hard. By 1923, they'd rolled out their first motorcycle, the R32. And by 1928, they were officially in the car business. It's a textbook case of adapt or die.
And you know, this whole aviation history is where one of the most famous car myths comes from. I bet you've heard it. The blue and white BMW logo is a spinning propeller, right? Well, nope. The real story is actually way more down to earth. The colors are simply from the flag of Bavaria, BMW's home state. That whole propeller story, that was just some genius marketing that came way later to tie the brand back to its high-flying roots.
Okay, so BMW survived its first major crisis, but how did it go from just making cars to becoming this global symbol of performance? Well, that's the next chapter in the story. Now, this didn't happen overnight. They started with small, compact cars. But pretty quickly, that engineering DNA we talked about started showing up in icons like the gorgeous 328 Roadster. But then, after World War II, the company was in ruins, on the absolute brink of collapse. Then came the 1960s, and with them, the new class sedans. And these cars were a revelation. They were sporty, they were well-built, and people really wanted them. They didn't just save the company, they basically defined a whole new kind of car and set the stage for BMW to go global.
All of this success led them to one of the most powerful slogans in advertising history: the ultimate driving machine. And you know, that was so much more than a tagline. It was a mission statement. It was a promise to every single customer about performance, precision, and that amazing connection between the driver and the road.
So how do you back up a promise that big? The answer was on the racetrack. BMW created its famous M division with one goal in mind: dominate motorsports. But this was about more than just winning trophies. The track was their real-world R&D lab. All the innovations that were forged in the heat of competition, we're talking everything from engine tech to suspension, got applied directly to the cars that you and I could go out and buy.
All right, let's fast forward to today. That commitment to performance hasn't gone anywhere. It just expanded into this huge and diverse portfolio. BMW is no longer just about one type of car. It's a global automotive powerhouse.
I mean, just look at the lineup today. It's incredible. You've got the iconic 3 and 5 Series sedans, that hugely popular range of X-model SUVs, the hardcore M performance cars, and of course, a growing family of I-electric vehicles. But that's not all. The BMW Group also owns two of Britain's most famous brands, the super fun and quirky Mini and the absolute peak of car luxury, Rolls-Royce. And from a business standpoint, this is just brilliant. It lets them dominate the premium market by appealing to everyone from a hot hatch lover in a Mini to an ultra-high net worth individual in a Rolls-Royce. They're all under one big corporate umbrella, sharing technology and resources.
But now, just like it did back in 1919, BMW is facing another one of those moments that could change everything. The entire industry is shifting away from the internal combustion engine, and it's forcing the company into its next great pivot, the electric future.
And you have to give them credit, they saw this coming a mile away.
They were one of the very first of the big, traditional car makers to really invest in electric cars, launching their i sub-brand way back in 2011. The quirky i3 and that hybrid supercar, the i8, were really bold statements that showed they were taking this seriously.
But here's the thing, being early doesn't guarantee a win. The competition today is intense. You've got Tesla, of course, but their old rivals like Mercedes are going all in too. And the challenges are huge. It's not just about batteries anymore. It's software, it's AI, it's self-driving tech, and all of this leads to a profound question for the brand. How do you deliver the ultimate driving machine when the car is silent, electric, and might even drive itself?
So, to meet all of these challenges, the company has set an incredibly ambitious goal. They've put a date on it, 2050. By that year, the entire BMW group, from its suppliers to its factories to the cars themselves, aims to be completely carbon neutral.
And his goal is so much bigger than just getting rid of tailpipe emissions. Their strategy is holistic. It's about powering factories with green energy, it's about using sustainable and recycled materials to build the cars, and it's about creating a circular economy where old batteries get repurposed and recycled, not just tossed aside.
Which brings us right back to that central question. For a century, BMW's identity was built on that intimate connection between a driver, a machine, and the road. As technology completely redefines that connection, the company has to pivot one more time. It has to figure out what the ultimate driving machine means for a new generation that might value connectivity just as much as cornering. The next chapter of BMW's evolution is being written as we speak.